So here we go. Aquaman is finally on the big screen. How excited are you that finally audiences are gonna, fully see him?
I'm excited. I don't have to hide anything anymore.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years since Zach came up with this, and Batman Superman was fun. I was in it this much, and finally, yeah, it's a dream come true because also my kids gotta be there with me when I made it, and we just saw it together. And it's cool because my children haven't seen me in anything, so it's a big kid moment for me too.
The world of comic books is an ocean in itself, so how much did you get to find out about him throughout the process of obviously filming Justice League and Aquaman?
I spent a lot of time with Jeff Johns, who kind of overlooked Justice League and Aquaman, but he really gave birth to the reboot of Aquaman, so I got to spend a lot of time with him. As far as them creating the script, they pulled from so many different comics and traits that they want to do for Aquaman. So there's new and with honoring the old stuff at the same time.
Well, you're always physically prepared, but how much specific physical preparation are we talking about? And I heard there's a fun story about your audition.
Oh, okay. So first question was what I was trying to remember.
About the physical preparation. And,
I mean, physical preparation for anything like this is, I didn't have a stuntman on Justice League. On Aquaman I did because it's just too much. This, it was all on me, and I have bumps and bruises, and it's awesome because I got to do it all. But I'm getting older, and the amount of training you have to do all this stuff, it's tough. Because the suit, for me and Ben, the suit's like 30, 40 pounds. So when I throw a punch, I got to stop that extra weight, and so it's just, I kept getting hurt. So you have to constantly lift just to stay safe, and just to see Zach go, do you know who I want you to play? I'm like, I have no idea, buddy. He's like, Aquaman. And just to hear that is the craziest thing ever, because it's the last person I thought. Or until I heard his idea, until he was talking about the tattoos and being Hawaiian and being someone from the Polynesian Islands. And it was amazing, his interpretation of what Aquaman, what he wanted it to be.
And I thought you embodied him beautifully. You became him. And
did you already get to see it?
Of course I did, yesterday morning.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and I was like a kid in a candy store to see all those superheroes,
right?
come together in full force. You get to compare their abilities, which is, when did you ever get to see that? How did it feel from your point of view? I mean, for us, it's amazing enough.
I'm the same way. It was, I saw it a week ago, and I was, like I said, I saw it with my kids. I was super pumped, and it's exciting, and it's spooky, and just to live through it with them. I just can't wait for audiences to see it because it's so much fun, and they just idolize. There's so many people that you just idolize in little traits. I loved Ezra. He just made me giggle, and one of them is beautiful. And seeing my daughter look up to someone like Gal, it's awesome.
What can you tell us about the numerous humorous moments that we see in this one? Because, they take themselves very seriously, but they also like to make fun of each other.
Yeah. I want to see. I mean, that's all about I love the humor in it. I don't know. I think Zach and Joss brought in a lot of amazing pieces of humor at the right moments when there's high stakes and you get giggles too at the same time when there's high stakes. So.
How much do you listen to the fans? Obviously, you'd be announced as Aquaman, and there's a flurry on the internet about opinions. How much do you listen to it? I mean, all the opinions were very favorable.
Yeah, I try to stay away from that because that can just be, it's just not any good or bad. You just try to do your best. I mean, I don't want anyone to be disappointed, and I try to do my best, and it's my job to take in all the history of Aquaman and then make it my own. And I mean, there is a really cool thing. I'm not playing like the 7th Batman or the 3rd Superman. I get it's a bit of artistic reign to playing Aquaman. Hope everyone likes it because the next interpretation will probably be very different than who I am. So I mean, I hope people love it. And the thing about Aquaman and Justice League is that in Aquaman's life, this is Justice League. So we don't know why he is the way that he is. So I hope people don't just look at this movie as like, oh, that's what he's setting up, because we don't know what he was like when he was a kid. We don't know what he went through to get where he's at, and we don't know what he's going to do to become the man who's going to become king. Because in this, he's a reluctant hero. He's definitely, he's the anti-hero.
But we will know very soon because you've already filmed Aquaman, and we
As
will
you
know
can see,
very
we're
soon.
sitting in a bar doing an interview about Aquaman. This is a bit of a...
Well, you know, it's all liquid. Justice League means so much to the fans. What are you most looking forward for them to see?
Just all these superheroes together. I mean, they're the greatest superheroes ever. Ever. And Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, just those three alone. Just to see them together. And then Flash, it's just a fun adventure. I love it. And I'm just excited for everyone to see it because it's fun.
Is there costume envy at some point? Because, you know, it's like the best Halloween party ever.
Batman's always going to be there for me. Like when I was a kid, and you saw the Tim Burton one, Batman was everything, and it's all his gadgets, and just sitting on the Batmobile and taking pictures of my kids on the Batmobile, and I got a little bit of envy, but don't tell him.
Yes, I think he wants to
But
keep
I
all
have
of
a
them.
trident. I have a pitchfork, which is infinitely the coolest weapon.
That's true.
It is.
And talking about that, do you get to keep anything?
I keep everything. I'm a natural born thief, so
True.
I take everything.
Especially this.
And definitely the trident. There's a deal. Every trident I break, which I didn't really break one on JL, but on Aquaman I broke quite a few tridents, and I keep all the ones I break.
That's fair.
I mean, if I break it, it's mine.
And finally, let's talk about the actors and the great company you kept in this one. It was such a great ensemble. Obviously, the characters are an ensemble, but the actors must have, lived together.
It is. I really couldn't pick. It's just perfect casting. It really is. I've known Ezra since he was 14. He's a perfect Flash. He's absolutely perfect Batman. Ben fits the role. He's the best Batman I've ever seen. Gal is... There's no one.
Gal is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she is Wonder Woman. It's hard to see anything, but she is Wonder Woman. Henry, I'm sorry that he's dead, but there's no better Superman. Unfortunately, there's never going to be a greater Aquaman. I'm the greatest Aquaman ever.
You are. Absolutely. And I look forward to seeing the full version
There's
as
no one
well.
to compare it to. So.
Which is great. It's your blank canvas. Thank you so much, Jason. Great to meet you.